Have you ever wondered how some people get rich by taking money from others through lies and deception? Welcome to the dark side of finance, where scandals and frauds have shaken the world to its core. In this video, we'll explore some of the most shocking financial scams and the masterminds behind them. Get ready to be amazed, horrified, and motivated to protect yourself from falling victim to these schemes. Number 1. The rise and fall of Elizabeth Holmes. Our first stop is the rise and spectacular fall of Elizabeth Holmes, the founder of Theranos. Holmes claimed she invented a revolutionary blood testing device that could perform hundreds of tests from just a few drops of blood. Investors poured millions into her company, valuing it at $9 billion at one point. But it was all a sham. The device never worked properly. Holmes and her team deceived investors, doctors, and patients for years before the truth came out. She is now awaiting sentencing for fraud. Number 2. The McDonald's Monopoly Scam. Next, we have the unbelievable story of the McDonald's Monopoly game scam. For over a decade, an ex-cop named Jerry Jacobson rigged the massively popular promotional game to swindle millions from McDonald's. Jacobson stole winning game pieces and distributed them to a criminal network that cashed them in for big prizes like cars and cash. How did he pull off such an audacious scheme for so long under McDonald's nose? You'll have to watch to find out. Number 3. Bernie Madoff's Ponzi scheme catastrophe. Speaking of unbelievable scams, let's discuss Bernie Madoff, the mastermind behind the biggest Ponzi scheme in United States history. For decades, Madoff promised his elite clients unrealistic investment returns in the billions, paying them with money from newer investors rather than actual profits. His house of cards finally collapsed during the 2008 financial crisis when investors tried to catch out, revealing his $65 billion fraud. Madoff is now serving a 150-year prison sentence. Number 4. The Fyre Festival fiasco. Influencer culture and the desperation to seem wealthy led to one of the biggest debacles of the 2010s, the Fyre Festival disaster. Fyre was marketed by celebrities like Kendall Jenner as an ultra-luxurious music festival in the Bahamas. But when guests arrived, they found a shabby disaster relief camp instead of the promised villas and gourmet meals. Behind it all was Billy McFarland, who grossly misled investors and the public about Fyre's preparedness and finances. This debacle shows the dark side of hyping up elaborate fantasies on social media. Number 5. LuLaRoe Pyramid Scheme Allegations. Another troubling case in recent years involved LuLaRoe, a multi-level marketing company that sells colorful women's clothing and apparel. While not technically considered an illegal pyramid scheme by the courts yet, LuLaRoe faced numerous lawsuits from former independent retailers alleging they were misled about how much profit they could realistically make. The company's structure incentivized sellers to buy increasing amounts of inventory up front, putting many into debt as they struggled to recoup their investments through sales. Critics argued that LuLaRoe placed too much financial risk on these individual retailers while company executives got rich. The controversy revealed how pushy recruitment tactics and deceptive income claims can harm people working in multi-level marketing companies. Number 6. Anna Delvey, the fake heiress who swindled NYC elite. In one of the most audacious modern grifter stories, a Russian-born woman named Anna Sorokin spent years posing as a wealthy German heiress named Anna Delvey in New York's elite circles. Using an expert mix of lies and overstated wealth, Sorokin managed to scam over $200,000 in bank loans, hotel stays, and other funds from businesses and acquaintances who believed she was a real heiress worth $67 million. Her ruse started falling apart in 2017 when she struggled to pay for a $35,000 rent-free stay and lavish lifestyle at a luxury Manhattan hotel. Delvey was arrested and eventually found guilty of grand larceny and theft of services. She served under 2 years in prison for the highly calculated con that nearly scored her much more if it hadn't unraveled. Number 7. The college admissions bribery scandal. In 2019, a major FBI investigation codenamed Operation Varsity Blues uncovered a disturbingly widespread scheme to influence admissions decisions at top American universities through bribery and fraud. At the center was Rick Sinder, who used his college prep company as a front to funnel millions from wealthy parents to college coaches and exam proctors. The parents paid to have their children falsely presented as athletic recruits or have their standardized test scores and qualifications dishonestly inflated. Over 50 people were charged, including celebrity parents like Lori Loughlin and Felicity Huffman. The scandal exposed how some unscrupulous rich families viewed college admissions as just another commodity they could illicitly purchase. Number 8. Volkswagen's diesel emissions cheating scandal. In 2015, the Environmental Protection Agency discovered that Volkswagen had been intentionally cheating on diesel vehicle emissions tests in the United States and around the world, prompting investigations in multiple countries. Volkswagen admitted to programming its diesel engines to activate certain emissions controls only during lab testing to meet standards. In real-world driving conditions, however, the vehicles exceeded legal pollution limits. This regulatory fraud allowed VW to falsely market its diesel cars as environmentally friendly for years while the vehicles were emitting up to 40 times more dangerous nitrogen oxides than permitted. The scandal cost VW over $30 billion in fines, settlements, recalls, and more. It also severely damaged VW's green brand image, which was central to boosting diesel sales around the world. Number 9. Enron's massive accounting fraud. One of the most notorious corporate scandals in recent history involved Texas energy giant Enron and an intricate web of accounting gimmicks and lack of financial transparency that misled investors for years about the company's actual growth and profits. Thanks to systematic accounting fraud secretly orchestrated by Enron's chief financial officer among others, the company's reported profits were greatly inflated while major liabilities were hidden from view. When Enron's deceptions finally came to light in 2001, the $63 billion company quickly spiraled into bankruptcy in one of the largest corporate failures ever. Over 20,000 employees lost their jobs while investors lost billions, exposing major oversight failures by auditors and regulators. The Enron scandal set off increased scrutiny of corporate accounting practices and new regulatory reforms. Protecting yourself. After seeing all these cautionary tales, you may be wondering how to avoid getting scammed and robbed. There are some key things to watch out for that many of these fraudsters had in common. Promises of unrealistic returns or getting rich quick, exclusive or secret investment opportunities, excessive pressure to act fast on an opportunity, inability to get details on your investment in writing, lack of transparency about where your money is going. Our advice: always do thorough research, ask lots of questions, get everything in official paperwork, and never let your guard down when money is involved, even when an opportunity seems amazing. Being aware of common tactics can help prevent you from falling victim. The world of high finance has an insidious dark side filled with greed, lies, and betrayal of public trust. But by exposing these scandals, we can learn to identify the red flags and protect ourselves and our hard-earned money. We hope this look at some of history's biggest frauds was as fascinating as it was shocking for you. If you enjoyed this deep dive into financial fraud, give this video a like and share it with others who need to be in the know. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more intriguing content like this. Thanks for watching.